East Soweto. Africa. The registrar, other management of the Council President Delegates of African Students Union Parliament. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce the majority leader standing in for the Speaker of the African Students Union Parliament. The Speaker, the governor of this program is not actually here, but nevertheless, he's a majority leader that's less than him in office, is ably here. I have the privilege and honor to recognize and bring to known of this gathering called Lonata Chekibe from University of Lagos Artisan majority leader. He understands the two of English, he speaks more of French. I also have the Chairman House Committee on Awards and Privileges and a clerk to African Students in Parliament from University of Ghana, Legon, from Solomon Mensa. I also have the Chairman House Committee on Drug Abuse that we actually had years from various state universities by name of Mr. Economic. And of course, I also have a president here with us. I'm from the Yakubu, we handle with from Federal University of Technology. And of course, I also have a secretary and the lady and this for this very delegation. She's from Espan University at Koto. And of course, myself, I will introduce others by special grace of God. My name is Lucille Temple. I'm a master student of environmental microbiology from the Federal University of Technology, the deputy director of American students. East Soweto, Africa. I think at this very point in time, he's already standing up. I want to say it's my friend in this very occasion today. Not just because I like the way I actually spoken at the beginning of this program, but for the fact I also told us to use this very program to take service in the very American election. At this very point in time, I would like to return to him, hopefully to take over from him again, to be able to do this student in the 10th man after introduction of the management team. Thank you very much.
Africa, security war. Even the one that doesn't speak English said it's a Soweto. Thank you so much. Oh, bonjour. That's all I need. No, Safa, don't ask Safa. That was not just bonjour is enough. Thank you. Mr. Acting Registrar Roti, please, may I crave your indulgence to have the introduction of the MLSCN side of things starting from this.
Okay. Thank you so much. East Soweto, Africa, Ijuni you are welcome. My name is Mr. Tosan Milano. By the grace of God, I'm the Acting Registrar of the Medical Research Council of Nigeria.
The registrar, all protocol will be observed, and the speaker in our session will be represented. My name is Dr. Lorena Okoro. I'm the Director of Accreditation and Regulation, Medical Affairs Council.
East Soweto, Africa, our distinguished delegates, you are most welcome to our council headquarters. The authority of distinguished members of the management team of council, other protocols to be observed. I'm Alaji Aziz, the Director of Education, Medical Affairs Science Council of Nigeria.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Dona Olofide, Assistant Director of Work Accreditation and Regulation.
Good morning, you're welcome. Special guest, I am Sir S.K. Shaka, the Director of the East Soweto, East Soweto,
all protocols are duly observed. Mr. Gregory Fuchino, Assistant Director of EQ.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Mrs. Nenea Head of Unit, Records.
Registrar, sir. All protocols, sir. My name is Gordon Ekutani, Acting Head, Personal Relation and Discipline.
In Africa, I'm Comrade George Achi, Vice Chairman of Medical and Health Workers Union of Nigeria, MLSCN chapter.
The struggle.
Continue.
The struggle.
Continue.
I'm Comrade Ola Visai, Chairman, Medical and Health Workers Union, MLSCN chapter.
In Africa, my name is Comrade Idoro Okebolo, the Treasurer, Medical and Health Workers Union, MLSCN chapter.
My name is Ali Felix, Head of Procurement, MLSCN.
In Soweto, my name is Stanley Kemafunam. I'm the Secretary, Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists of Nigeria, MLSCN chapter.
No, it's live streaming. You understand? I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to.
Good morning, my name is Rosen Amod, Head of Human Resource Unit.
The last but not the least of the servants of God, Ramsey Ibrahim, Deputy Director in Council. Ladies and gentlemen, making progress with the program, may I only call on the acting registrar, CEO, to now present his speech for this occasion. Acting registrar.
In Soweto, in Africa, the Honorable Speaker, also, delegates here present, distinguished TMC members and heads of units.
Okay.
This is an acceptance speech to tell you how the management of this council has taken this award very seriously. If not, we will just come and say, thank you for giving us this award. We are grateful and responsible. We want you to take something home. So, we have said, take it home. However, before I will formally give this acceptance speech, I want to say you are welcome to the headquarters of the Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria, the whole of diagnosis. My comrades from the microphone also welcome you. I hope you will interpret. I'm not good in French, so you are welcome. I will be able to interpret. Please just have to bear with me. On the call, you are welcome. We want to say the management is appreciative. And one question I want to ask and I want to give answers to. Your delegates in Nigeria would say that for the past 1 month or so, he has been sending me tests. I've never responded. I mean, because I don't know how my humble self, who is barely 4 or 5 months old in an office, will be getting a Pan-African award. My thinking was that this is one of these 419s who want to use the name of Medical Science Council of Nigeria to do some fraudulent acts. Until 3 days ago, when I got a call from Ghana, introducing himself as a member of his associated parliament. And they be calling and they give me an award. I said, who are you? What is all your about? And I said, this is what they do, they are Pan-African. So the question is this: how come the Mr. Joseph Irabo and this council merits this award? And if we know how you arrived at that, and this award is presented, we can now make our official acceptance speech. On that note, I will call on the speaker and the speaker to please brief this house, because I don't know much about you and how this award came to us. Please, thank you so much.
Thank you, Acting Registrar. Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm the Deputy Clerk, but of course I call the language barrier. So I
don't worry, we'll interpret later.
But of course, I want to quickly say this, that it's very consequent. I mean, you understand the word English, but you don't understand much. Okay. Thank you very much for that, sir. I want to say that the African Student Parliament, before we actually arrive at paying this very costly committees to honor, we actually carefully observed the activities of this very council. And of course, not just the activities of the council, but of course, activities of the council that we for these very few months, actually assume office as the acting registrar. I want to say that while we were also at the external quality assurance unit as the head, we were also able to also look into your own very antecedents. And of course, let me also say that generally this very council has not actually disappointed in terms of setting up laboratories and ensuring that the laboratories is actually well in order. In addition to that, sir, you are also a man that have shown open door policies to fellow Nigerians, irrespective of where they come from, what they look like, or the field they profess. All this put together has made these young Africans to actually come here to, number one, to say that what people are doing here is loud, we should continue in that format. Number two, for the younger generation of Africa, people like us, particularly Nigerian students like us, who are studying the university system and pursue our own career, they also look up to you as a role model and follow up with that very suit. We are the generation that when you do bad to be your degree, they are everywhere. And of course, now that this very council are now actually deviated from their function, they live up to expectation, who also felt under the leadership, sir, who also felt it should be loud so that the other similar organizations can as well look up and also follow suit in that very area. We in the African Student Parliament believe that it's not just only the people who are in the government house and the House of Assembly that's contributing to the nation building. You can as well agree with me that what people are doing here are repositioning the medical services in a way in terms of laboratory and other activities as a consign the mandate of this very council cause for nation building in Nigeria and by extension Africa. There are other reasons, and there are other reasons as will be articulated by the Mr. Solomon is here. He's going to actually speak when the time comes, and of course, not also forget the majority leader. And apart from that, despite the fact that the speaker couldn't make it down here with us, we have also been able to as well prepare a speech, translated in English version, which will as well be taken for proper clarification. I want to say that it might look many in a way, but it took us time to be able to arrive at this. Especially with the Nigerians, it took us time to be able to project it and for this to come to a conclusion. But nevertheless, we are happy that today is a reality. Having said that now, I think it's a very good time we give a few seconds to the majority leader to actually give remark. But most of what he's going to as well say is also in the speech, which will as well take later for proper clarification in the English version. Seek your permission, sir, to call on the majority leader of the African Student Parliament, Honorable Laronata Checking. Now put us together. Okay, she understands. Okay. That's okay.
Je parlais pour c'est MQ.
Ok, vous allez traduire. Oui, monsieur Tossan Erabo, si je suis correct. Le registraire de cette organisation, la science laboratoire. Mesdames et messieurs, je vous dis tous bonjour. Oui, nous sommes ici au Nigeria pour le compte de la campagne de sensibilisation contre l'abus de drogue. Au sein de nos universités, nous étions en accord, je crois, dans l'état de Bénin, et nous avons fait ça massivement. Comme vous le savez, les jeunes, notre jour, nous sommes un peu dans cette histoire d'abuser la drogue, et cela nuit à la santé de l'humanité. Et en dehors de ça, nous avons également décidé de venir ici pour nous familiariser avec vous, parce que vous avez fait un travail qui, à mon avis, très positif. Non seulement ça, nous sommes aussi ici pour dire félicitations au personnel de cette organisation. Et ce qui nous a attirés, il y avait eu une nomination. Votre nom nous a été parvenu au niveau du Parlement. Et nous avons décidé de voter. Ils ont également envoyé beaucoup de noms des Africains de la sous-région, l'Afrique de l'Ouest. Et pour ce faire, votre nom a pris le dessus. Et c'est pourquoi nous sommes ici aujourd'hui, le 10 novembre 2016, à Abuja, pour vous dire félicitations pour le travail bien fait. Le mandat qui vous a été confié, c'est Dieu qui vous a donné. Et vous avez le support de cette personnel. Leur support vous fait de vous l'homme dont la jeunesse doit regarder comme un rôle modèle. Et c'est pour cette raison que je dis que le bon Dieu vous donne la sagesse, qu'il vous donne l'intelligence, qu'il vous donne le courage, qu'il vous donne l'envie, afin que vous puissiez parvenir cette mission qui vous est offerte par Dieu. Et à l'endroit de la personnel, je voudrais vous dire de continuer de supporter son équipe. Que Dieu tous vous donne le courage de faire le travail. Non seulement pour le Nigeria, pour la sous-région en général. Une fois de plus, félicitations.
East Soweto, Africa. Thank you very much, the majority of the African students in the parliament, for that very brief remark. I want to understand that Dr. Okoro understands French. Maybe she could give
very little, but the key context. If you
all right, thank you very much.
have any other person that
I will just give a brief summary of what she's trying to say. I also understand. Maybe my own French and you, man.
He introduced himself and commended Oga on his past activities. He introduced himself. He studied at University of Benin, health science. He studied health science. So based on your accomplishments, so far, he heard of your accomplishments, so he came to commend you on your previous activities, and he pledged to continue to support you. I studied French, so I'll go for training.
And in addition to that, also all the management supporting the staff. All right, thank you very much for that interpretation. I want to say that in medical, in this very council, people have everything, both English and French. I mean, I love this. It is actually been said that if you are not informed, you will be informed. And once you are informed, you can never perform. And it's to say that you people are performing because you people are highly informed. I want to having said this now, we'll now take the speech in the English version, like I said earlier, and Mr. Speaker couldn't carry for the speech is here at the house. And of course, to take the speech is the only lady in our midst, our usual delegation from the Samara region. Can we please put that together?
We Soweto, Africa, all protocols duly observed. On behalf of students from the 54 registered member countries of the African Students' Union Parliament, ASU, I want to welcome every one of us to this very important democracy ceremony of conferring honor on a man of honor and intellectual gymnast, a man with magnificent experience when it comes to public service best practice, a gem, administrative icon, outstanding public servant of impeccable credentials, the AG, Registrar cum CEO, Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria. The African Student Union Parliament is the umbrella body that covers all students within the 54-member countries with core objectives of encouraging cooperation and harmonious coexistence among member state students for the purpose of student exchange program, objective analysis of issues that affect us, encouragement of individuals, stakeholders, and public office holders for the much needed peace, development, and economic stability of our dear continent. In doing this, we seek to find ourselves role models and mentors in life as we are found in Mr. Tosa and Erabo. Each of the country chapters coordinates our members in such a way as to channel our exuberance towards contributing our quota to the development of our countries. As such, we put the peculiarities of the challenges of our countries into cognizance in choosing our activities. The need of cohesiveness, democratic best practice, peaceful coexistence, good governance, qualitative education, international harmony is key amongst facets of interest. Today, Africa is faced with the dire consequence of years of neglect of youth in its rank. This has resulted in various social vices such as conflicts, kidnapping, bombings, robberies, etc., which have consumed an alarming dimension. With respect to the above, Africa Student Union Parliament has taken her time to scrutinize its leader who has committed his time to serve the common good in accordance to the Pan-Africanism ideology. At this point that the youth needs to have exemplary leaders as role models, we have carefully selected your highly respected person, sir, to honor you with an African Leadership Award. It was Charles Haddon Spurgeon who said, carve your name on hearts, not on marbles. While many have only verbalized effective service delivery, patriotism, philanthropy, and service to mankind, very few have really stood out to demystify effective service delivery. As Captain Martin said, our opportunity to do good is a talent. Indeed, all men were born equal, but destiny marks the difference, and as such, there exists obvious economic imbalance in society. While some privileged ones have chosen to be perpetually basked in the referral of contentment and hedonism, rare kind that our awardee has chosen a path that mitigates the adverse effects of this imbalance by leading a life of benevolence, compassion, active dedication to effective service delivery and spartan patriotism. Our resident for today is a detrivialized Nigerian, lover of students, youths, and a charismatic personality whose credible credentials of efficient service delivery, high administrative acumen, financial prudence, employment creation, bringing quality medical laboratory science in Nigeria hospital, and community service yet also marks an iconic patriot in African society worthy of emulation. So much is that. At the African Student Union Parliament Conference held at the University of Ghana, Legon, Accra, the immense contribution of this month's outstanding understanding to effective service delivery flag of e-licensing for medical sciences in Nigeria, youth empowerment was brought to the front burner by our Nigerian representative. The African Student Union Parliament has reckoned you as a man of courage, whose evident and virtuous nature, fused with your remarkable administrative acumen, is evident in any office entrusted to you. Distinguished recipients, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say at this point that the dream of building a better, secure society is sacrosanct and tedious, and it can only be perfectly achieved through a collective and collaborative effort of well-meaning inhabitants of such society. When men hold the same ideas in their minds, nothing can isolate them, neither the walls of prison nor the swords of symmetry, for a single idea and a common goal sustain them. Philosophers have interpreted the world. It is left for us to change it. A society can be moved to greater heights and higher ideas only by the numbers of strength of dreamers, thinkers, and doers available to it, as being exemplified by Mr. Tosa and Erabo. African Student Union Parliament have always been the vanguard of projecting and engaging in activities that will bring pride and honor to everyone that's associated with us as members of our patron, because the much needed development of Africa has not strived upon the bureaucracy of those who only talk about it, but upon the dedicated hard work of those who work for its sustenance, attainment, and delivery. As students, we wish to humbly pray for the kind assistance of our able to assist us with the logistics of transporting our delegates back to their respective countries and campuses with the discretional assistance towards our campaign against drug abuse among students of higher institutions. We just kicked off here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce to you Mr. Tosa Erabo. We have T for tested and trusted, O for outstanding, S for sincerity, A for accountability, and N for noble. I believe we have total. E for experience, medical laboratory sciences, R for reasonable, H for humble, A for accurate, B for benevolent, O for open-hearted, R for reliable. I believe we have honorable. The latest recipient of the Pan-African Leadership Merit Award. Let me conclude by praying in the word of a leader and great philosopher. May God give us the ability to change the things we can, the resilience and fortitude to bear the things we cannot change, and the wisdom to distinguish between the things we can change and the things we cannot change. Amen.
Africa, thank you very much, Dr. Semeral, for that very speech you taken so far, and the speech of our very speaker, Right Honorable Ahmed Koulibaly. Thank you. I will think that we are gradually coming to the presentation stage now. But of course, before I call for the presentation now, I want to quickly give few seconds to the clerk and the chairman House Committee and awards and privileges to African Student Union Panel. You say Ghanaian and schools in Ghana. It's my name, Comrade Mensa Solomon. I'll put it together, please.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to mic, sir, so I can't speak without with myself. I want to first of all bring greetings from Accra, Ghana, and I want to first of all greet our mothers here, because in our country we believe in our mothers first. So I greet our mothers that are here, I greet you all before our fathers that are here. I'm coming to Nigeria for the second time in February. We're here in Seth. We came for burial of two students who died in the morning in the Lagos University, where they were involved in a competition, drug competition between themselves. And we made them dead the next morning. And since then, sir, we came to Kano State for the burial. And at that level, we were able to say, as youth and prospective leaders of this generation, we are sure should be able to do a lot of better things than what other people are doing. Out there, you see students and youth of these days, for those of us that are teachers, or those of us that work in the classroom situations, you see half of the class sleeping, and you never know what is happening. Thank God today our mothers are here today. A lot of mothers allow their students to go to school and don't monitor and evaluate to checkmate what they do after school. It is not all just about education, and that is why in some of the certificates around the world, it is being written that you must be found worthy both in academics and in learning and in character. If the character is not there, it means the academics is zero. You see some youth these days, their tongue is turning blue, their eyes go reddish, and they speak as if they are talking in a reverse form. They have gone into taking of codeine, Benedine, and Ubuntu Rochi. Those of you that are medical personnel will know what I'm talking about. They say they want to get themselves high. Even it has gone to the level in my country, they take this bamboo tree, they shoot the root, they cut it, and they soak it in water. After 3 days, they drink it like what they call kokumbo in South Africa, and they get themselves high. I want to say that 57% of the violence and a lot of activities that happens around the world, they don't happen in clear eyes and normal faces. A lot of youth participate in it because of what they take. Call it Boko Haram, call it campus militarization, cultism, call it rape, and so on and so forth. That is what they do. A normal human being cannot do those things with his own clear eyes. So what they do is that they take into such drugs and such habits before such things happen. Today is not really a speech-making day, sir, but today, the African State and West African Parliament have said that you have been found worthy, even though I'm not in the country, but they've been able to say that, yes, these organizations have not the grace or the grace of this mandate. And that is what we are saying today. We are coming here not just because we want to make a presentation, but just to also partner. Thank God today, somebody is in charge of education. We want to say here today that this generation lies in the hands of the youth. It's left to us to either betray it or we fulfill it. And in fulfilling our own generational agenda, that is one of the fundamental reasons why we are here today. To say, sir, a lot of things have gone in our academic system, a lot of things have gone also bad in our own system. But we also still pray, sir, that in your own little manner and little way, you can be able also to make sure that the education sector here, or the Department of Education, can go through a lot of orientation or reorientation of our own youth, even not across the African sub-region, but can partner with the students here in Africa, in Nigeria, in Abuja here, to see how we can make an orientation for students around the institutions in Nigeria here, because whether we like it or not, it has gone far into our own youth and students, and those of us that are into student unionism and our comrades are here and there, you also understand with me that nothing, go to call it campaign and so on. They have some politicians who they buy it and give it to the youth to take, and they feel they are doing good for them. I want to say here, sir, today that the African Union Parliament is saying no to that, and that is one of the most fundamental reasons. Just like you have asked, what are the reasons for us coming here today? It's not just only to say we are giving this award to you. Even though they say a tree is not does not make a forest, sir, the award is in dual format. One is for you, sir, and one is for the organization here and members of the team. Because a tree, they say, can never make a forest. It's possible that you've been shining forth in just the 4 months or 5 months to be here. But I want to say here that if our mothers are here and other comrades have not been helping you to make sure things go on together, it won't be laudable for you. I want to say here today. African Union Parliament is saying, sir, that we are going to partner with you, sir, and once in a while we're going to have our own top seminar and symposium where we meet people that are well experienced and well grounded in the field of medicals. We're going to call on 1 or 2 or more for some of you to come and make a presentation and talk to our own youth for this generation. I want to say thank you very much, and I will retire and I will fire the call upon to retire. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Solomon, for that very remark so far being given, and of course having been given the remark now, I think it's time now for the presentation. In the African society, children, even in Nigeria here, children did not really ask the nurse and ask God for their parents to stand up when the part of the country where I come from. But sir, for the sake of this very presentation, I want to humbly request that you please be on your feet, and of course, the leadership of the African Parliament is already up to also do justice after the very presentation. If possible, the management team can as well accompany him as he receives the Pan-African Leadership Honor as Icon of Nation building in Nigeria. Thank you.
Selfless contributions, nation building, passive patriotism, positive ideas in development, medical laboratory sciences, economic and human capital development, charity to less privileged, material service to God Almighty, charity to African populations. We also have the medal of honor that is to 30 different Africans who have contributed that have identified student union into what we call the African Students Hall of Legend. Briefly, I'll seek the permission of the leadership and take a few seconds to explain the significance of the medal to African Students in Parliament. Sir, this medal is very important to us in African Students in Parliament. Anytime this medal has been hung on your decoration, it shows that you are now part of us and also part of your success story. And most significantly, after decoration, and you hung this very medal on your neck, or in your car, in your office, or in your house, and an African student or a Nigerian student walks in and sees it. They will not just only give you the respect accorded to you as the registrar of this council, but at the same time, as a 5-star general in the Nigerian army. This medal, by this, you are not an 5-star general. Congratulations, sir. African Student Parliament Corporate Mandate Service Delivery Certificate present to management and staff Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria, recognition and appreciation of the sincere, selfless commitment towards nation building, bringing quality medical laboratory science to Nigeria, human capital development, standing service to God Almighty, humanity.
You spoke on phone.
Tested and what?
Okay.
Trust him. Why?
He's a jolly good fellow.
Oh, he's a jolly good fellow. Oh, he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. And so says all of us. And so says all of us. Hooray!
He has done it for us.
Oh, he's a jolly good fellow. Oh, he's a jolly good fellow.
And so say all of us. Daniel, just show me small. It's on streamline. Just
He has done for us.
He has done for us.
thank you.
My father cannot do. He has done for us. He has done for us. This Soweto, here Africa, congratulations sir, to you and members of the team. I think man is very honored. I want to say that I want to start giving your support. I want to give you your support. I think at this very point in time, we will be taking response. And of course, I will be handing over to the young man that actually took over from to continue with what he actually started. But before that, I want to talk about the response. I've actually seen that the management of this council is also gender sensitive, just like as we are. But of course, when I was actually looking and I discovered that some people can have twins somewhere else. I was actually waiting to ask the doctor if doctor by the side of the registrar, if she actually have like a twin sister in my own very school. I want to say that in my school, one of my lecturers look exactly like you. And I want to say that I'm going to take a message back to tell her that I'm doing this in this very council. And of course, because of that note, I want to say that please, in the response, please always ensure that she also as well make response. So that we'll be able to know whether the way she also speaks and we can't do better and also the same thing. And it's my point in time, I want to bring in Mr. Razi.
Please, I think everybody deserves better. Mr. Acting Registrar CEO, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols still observed. We've made a lot of progress, and you can see that the day has even turned out much, much better than we thought. So it's a glorious day, and we are happy to be part of it. ASU have done us a lot of recognition by what they've done here to the actual registry. Now, to make progress, ladies and gentlemen, I will humbly call on the Acting Registrar CEO, Mr. Joseph Rabo, to now give his acceptance speech.
Thank you once again. If not, I have this speech. Let me just go with the speech then. As we go along, we'll just see some other things. And after the speech, as requested by the Deputy Clerk of the House, Dr. Lawrence Akoro will say something for Alaji MLSCN who give the contributors. Is that okay, guys? Okay. Acceptance speech delivered by the Acting Registrar, the 5-star General of African Student Union Canada, on this day, 10th November 2016, at the corporate headquarters of the Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria, the House of Medical Diagnosis. I feel gratified that the African Student Union Parliament has deemed it fit to confer on me the prestigious President Union Parliament Pan-African Servant Leadership Award of Excellence. It's like you people have been going, moving around to see what's up to. When our 50-point agenda policy was, 20-point implementation plan was put up, I told the first gathering that my style of leadership is servant leader. And it has come to play, not just in Nigeria, but as coming from African. I wish to thank you sincerely for the honor that you have accorded me. Undoubtedly, the award ranks as one of the high points of my experience in office so far. Because we have received 2 other awards. The very first one was the one from Zamfara State. I was accorded the position, the estate position of the head minister of that emirate, which in Hausa is Wakil Sultan of Safi Emirates. Not too long ago, we also received another award from Northern Youth Forum as the icon of hope. As some of you are already aware, this management came on board at a very difficult time in the life of this council. But we saw the appointment as a call to service and a call to rise up and be counted, just as you said in your presentation. Fortunately, right from the outset, we were availed of tremendous support from staff of the council, medical laboratory practitioners across the country, Federal Ministry of Health, as well as other stakeholders, even beyond the shores of this country. With this statement that I've just read, and with what you have given to the management, it shows that the support that we'll be getting from the top management and heads of unit and staff of council has very big up. Your network is really on ground to really know what has transpired in Medical Lab Science Council of Nigeria. The recognition from council would further strengthen us in our efforts to bequeath to our fellow citizens a legacy of accurate and reliable medical laboratory test results that benchmark global best practices. It also implies that we are on the right course and that we should keep the flag flying by strengthening our medical laboratories to achieve certification and accreditation by eradicating quackery in the sector, ensuring that the highest standard of training is available to our students, and also insisting that only good quality and approved in vitro diagnostics, IVDs, are available in our country and used in our medical laboratories. In this respect, we are already working assiduously without resting on our hearts, for to whom much is given, much is expected. I urge you to mobilize yourself and your peers while joining hands with the council to rid the medical laboratory service sector of cankerworms of quackery and fake and substandard products. Any one of us can be a patient, and who knows who will be the next victim of those hazardous elements. Over the years, I have been an avid supporter of the youth, even beyond the field of medical laboratory science, as also contained in your speech. Given that the young ones represent the future of the great continent of Africa, the current crop of leadership must be ready to harness their energy and resourcefulness. Here council will support your aspiration so that the legacies that will soon live in your hands may be guided jealously. I want to say in this respect, based on your request, the Director of Education will be working closely with your representative in Nigeria on the way forward. We can collaborate as partnership. Therefore, I urge you all to eschew bitterness and rancor within your hearts. Instead, strive to work hard together while avoiding all forms of criminal tendencies or professional misconduct. Only in so doing can others take you seriously. Considering that you are all stakeholders in the MLSCN project, I wish to update you on some of the activities of Council since our appointment a few months ago. On assumption of office, we articulated a policy implementation strategy which rests on a tripod of registration, regulations, and accreditation with a 15-point agenda. The tripod is at the center of MLSCN function as a regulatory body in addition to the MLSCN Act 11 of 2003. It is the framework that drives our current activities. We have also organized stakeholders meetings and restored peace and harmony within the large council family. Currently, we are mediating between the factions of the Association of Medical Laboratory Technicians and Assistants of Nigeria, AMETA. I'm also delighted to inform you that since August 1st, 2016, Council has officially flagged off e-licenses for retention for members as medical laboratory scientists, technicians, and assistants. This will, in due course, eliminate the challenges associated with obtaining practicing license by practitioners. Already, over 400 e-licenses have been issued via this platform. Details of the procedure for obtaining e-license are available on Council website, including dedicated helplines. The idea is to ensure that our Council delivery is cost-effective, timely, and truly based on high standards that we have set for ourselves. Furthermore, we have recently accredited 4 private medical laboratory facilities for the training of medical laboratory scientists. In addition, some military facilities have been given provisional approval for internship training. These initiatives are aimed at ameliorating the plight of potential interns and help rewrite the narrative of their negative experience while transiting from the tertiary institutions to professional practice. Council is currently holding discussions with several local and international organizations for mutual beneficial collaborations, including the International Laboratory Accreditation Corporation, ILAC, the Nigeria Maritime Administration and Safety Agencies, NIMESA, whose Director General, Dr. Tapu Peter Sai, is one of us, is a medical lab scientist. Not forgetting the National University Commission, NUC, where issues regarding the Doctor of Medical Laboratory Science, MLSD, as well as Faculty of Medical Laboratory Science in our universities are on the front burner. We have secured the approval and endorsement of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Mahmoud Mohammed, GCOA, for the implementation of our disciplinary committee rules as contained in MLSCN Act of 2003. Ladies and gentlemen, there is still a lot to be done, and what is where we are as also comes in. With your unalloyed support, we are sure to make our critical stakeholders, the entire health sector, and our dear country proud. Thank you. You can see from what we are also presenting is in line with what you also told us about our organization. That is why I now say I'm proud to be a 5-star general with you. The management, on behalf of the management, we are grateful for this award. And an issue of partnership, as I said, we want to work with you on areas that we can afford to do that. Other things that we can also do, so long as within the legitimate rights and what within the Constitution and the mandate of this council, this management will surely do that for you. Anytime, any day, you are free to call on Medical and Science Council of Nigeria. Call on any of us, we are ready to do presentation for you anywhere in Africa. As I sit as the registrar of this council, anywhere you want to have your conference and you want a presenter from this council, the Medical and Science Council of Nigeria will fund the full bill of that resource person. On that note, I want to thank my esteemed management team. Without them, I would have been where I am today. All these accolades that is poured on a young man, Mr. Tosan, would have been successful if I don't have a dynamic team behind. I do say, I don't know it all. My own is to coordinate and use their intellect, put together and present. That is just my job as the servant leader. Whatever they say I should do, that is what I'm going to do. Once again, I say you are welcome. Thank you so much.
To your sister.
The acting registrar, CEO, Medical Science Council of Nigeria. Your titles are too many now. The Minister of Health of Southern Kingdom, Emirates, and now 5-star General of ASU. It's quite a delightful thing to be here this day. I also want to appreciate the Speaker of ASU Parliament, and I know he's not here, but he sent his team. And all the members of the Parliament, because I know you're only representing a group that meets somewhere, and then the management and council of staff of the council. Today is really a day that we will rejoice and be glad indeed. Because I was pulling your leg when the survey happened. I said, when are we going there for your turbaning? And he was laughing. But today we have the privilege of being part of this. I really want to congratulate you, sir, on this achievement, and we pray that more should come after this. I also want to congratulate management. Usually, when chief executives get awards, they forget that he was working with people. That's the usual trend. But I'm impressed that young people like this who think that all these achievements wouldn't have been possible if we were not working well with him. So I think I really want to also rejoice that our efforts, not minding that it's been happening in hidden corners of this building, is being seen and appreciated at African level. Is indeed a thing of joy. Finally, I want to, one of the finalists, I want to appreciate the students. I mean, initially when you started talking, what your goals, your missions are, I was surprised that you will think of a program as interesting and as impactful as looking at drug abuse issues. There was a time government in Africa was giving it a lot of attention. And suddenly it filtered out, as if, particularly with the coming of HIV/AIDS, and all the money and all the funding that was associated with HIV/AIDS, a number of governments lost interest. And that kind of removed the attention of people from the fact that every day, somewhere, a youth, a young man, a young girl, is being lured into drug addiction. Not because he didn't do what he should do, but because he is being exposed deliberately or undeliberately to drug use, drug abuse, drug-inducing environments, drug-inducing activities. So it's quite heartwarming to see young men and women trying to educate us, trying to bring our consciousness back to this menace, because this is something that will engulf us. You know, with HIV/AIDS, you can say, I choose not to be infected or affected. But when you have a brother or a sister that is having a mental challenge due to drug abuse, there is no way you run away from it. And of course, the social stigma that is affected you. So I really encourage you, you took on a very dynamic and a part. The world is now a global village. If we solve a problem in Nigeria, and there is a problem in Ghana, it will migrate back into Nigeria. So let us, whatever you're doing, if you can get a critical mass of students to support this in each and every institution, so that as a continent we'll be able to move away from drug use and drug abuse. And finally, to my sister in Makurdi, it's best, isn't it? You're in Benue State.
No, Federal Institute of Technology.
Oh, it's very close here. I think I need to see her. Okay, so because it's possible that my father may have done something. So that we check our background and make sure it might be a lost sister somewhere that I am finding. So it's really been a privilege having you here. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, was that clap for Dr. Koro? Thank you, but you didn't also give the 5-star general a deserving applause. Thank you. That is 5-star. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is going well, and that is because what we're doing is a good cause. I know that will soon be rounding up, but before we proceed, I have the honor and privilege of calling on Alhaji M.M. Aziz, the Director of Education, to this word of thanks.
Thank you very much, the international MC. You are doing a good job. My job is just officially convey our thanks to the ASU delegation, because a lot of thanks have been expressed, both the 5-star general himself and the Guru sister is somewhere. Yes, I think it's indeed delightful for us to be present at this very occasion, because apart from the acting registrar CEO, Mr. Tutanabo, that was awarded and decorated with a medal as a 5-star general, of course, the top management of Council 2 also got
The 5-star flag.
The 5-star. There is a presentation too for the management. So even though that one does not come with medal, that made us 3-star generals. The 5-star general, that is the commander-in-chief. We have commanders. So the commanders are actually the members of the top management staff. And of course, we have also been recognized. I want to sincerely express the appreciation and gratitude of Council, Medical Officers Council of Nigeria, to the Speaker and other members of the top executive of the ASU Parliament for this uncommon recognition. I said it is uncommon because this one traverses across whole of Africa. Because ASU has delegates from 54 countries. I think I'm right?
Yes, sir.
So that makes it uncommon. The first award is Wakili SAFTA. Of course, we can classify that one as local now when you are comparing with this ASU award. And of course, this one is even more prestigious because you have a medal attached to the appellation of a 5-star general. So you can see the bid that has been made. We are indeed so grateful. And we want to thank God for bringing you all the assembly, and we pray that God will take you back safely to your various destinations. We also want to place on record, because Council is a responsible organization, and of course, as part of our corporate social responsibility, we recognize and we always be ready to collaborate with worthy causes. And one of that worthy causes is your awareness campaign against drug abuse. You can be rest assured that Council will discharge its obligation as part of its corporate social responsibility whenever and wherever Council is called upon to do that. I also want to thank the members of the top management of Council, despite our various tight schedules, for us to all be here. Almost everybody is there. So you can imagine the attachment that we put to this occasion, despite very short notice. I want to also thank the union leaders of Council, because we know if you have friction with the union, of course, things will not be smooth. But you can see now, everybody is happy, they are all here together. So we thank the union members, the union executive for being part of this occasion. And we also thank other members of staff that have the privilege and honor to be here. We are indeed so grateful. And of course, I cannot complete this vote of thanks without recognizing the contribution of the Corporate Affairs Unit and of course the ICT. You can see they are streaming this thing live, so we have to commend them for that. Before I take my seat, I also like to express our appreciation to, although he's one of us, the Deputy Director of Admin, under me, and the MC of this occasion, Mr. Razi Ekpemela. All of us, congratulations to us all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alhaji Aziz. Especially for Adam me. And I was taking a bath, just take a bath. Ladies and gentlemen, we are running to the finishing line. But before we do that, we also have to have a closing prayer. I would have to call on Comrade Wahid to please give the closing prayer. Before you do that, please, sorry. No, don't go far. This is just a word. I'm directed to inform you that there will be a group photograph outside after this event, so we can officially commemorate the event, the 5-star event, please. Thank you. Comrade.
لا إله إلا هو لا يقيم لا تأخذه سنة ولا له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من صلاته يشفع فيه إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيدينا وما يفهم ويعزنا بالشيء من الأشياء سيقول السماوات والأرض وما يؤوده وهو العزيز الحكيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون السلام على المرسلين صلوا على النبي
People of God say, Amen. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Can we go out there for the opening?
Barrister Martha. Make I just write now, me and Gina. They don't write one now. Where they write? You did it.
So you want to write it? Did you attend?
No, I was.
You are only camera and you are not attending.
And I was translating.
Yes, I like that you're French. I think that's why I want to French.
This guy is doing it now. What's his name? Oji. Oji. Oji the. Oji the dog. Monsieur de Bénin de République. Bonjour, ça va? Et le travail? Ok, merci. Bienvenue. Bienvenue au Nigeria. Hein? Non, je m'appelle Adesson. Non, je suis nigérien. J'ai étudié la langue française à la Université de Bénin. Vous comprenez l'Université de Bénin? L'Université de Bénin, à l'état des deux.
Oh, je comprends. Ah, c'est bon, hein? Vous êtes mieux en français.
Comment vous appelez?
Je m'appelle La Nota.
Hein?
La Nota.
Hein?
La Nota.
Ok.
Je suis en train de faire les relations internationales maintenant.
Oui.
Les relations internationales à l'Université de Cocotier.
Ok.
À Abidjan.
Ok, Abidjan. Ah oui, je veux donner votre